And on today's Nightmare Fueled Adventure, we're taking a look at my second favorite horror genre, zombies. Now, these are the films that I feel that are highly underrated, hidden gems that every horror fan, whether you love zombies or not, should be checking out. So, as always, I hope I give you guys some strong recommendations. If you feel like I've missed anything you want me to check out, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. And with all that being said, let's get right into that list. And coming in at number 10, Cemetery Man. Released in 1994, starring Rupert Everett, it tells the tale of a graveyard attendant who must put down the dead a second time when they become zombies. So I know that sounds like a simple premise, but there is a lot going on in this film for its runtime. It's a dark horror comedy that knows how to work its humor, knows how to work its gore, and when it needs to get serious, it knows how to get serious. Now, I don't want to spoil anything about this film if you haven't seen it. When I saw it as a kid, the ending to this film always stuck with me to this day. I absolutely love what this film does. I love every performance in it. But again, this is just one I don't want to spoil for anyone. I think everyone should go into this with a fresh mind, not knowing anything, to get a better enjoyment out of it. So go check it out. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find this streaming anywhere, so you can rent it on Amazon. So check it out.
침략에서 빠르게 확산되는 전염 현상에 주요 도시들의 이미 통제가 불가능합니다.
And coming in at number 9, #Alive. Released in 2020, it tells the story of a man trapped inside of his high-rise apartment as a zombie outbreak happens below him. So there is another film out there released about the same time as this one called The Night Eats the World. Now, while that film is good and has the exact same premise as this one, just with a darker tone, I feel like #Alive is the one to watch. I love everything about this film, from his desperation to survive with what resources he has inside his apartment for weeks, to the horrors that he's seeing daily, nightly below him. And these are the most threatening zombies. These are the ones that remind me of the ones from Train to Busan. If you know anything about zombies, those are the most threatening ones you can run across. But I love the desperation once the resources run dry of him trying to come up with a way to escape and get through this horde of zombies. So do yourself a favor, check this one out. It's currently streaming on Netflix and Pluto.
Who remembers how to play tag? Well, those funny looking people out there are What's happening?
We're all gonna die.
And coming in at number 8, Little Monsters. Released in 2019, the film follows a preschool teacher as she must do everything she can to protect the children in her care from a zombie outbreak currently happening at a camp they are visiting. Now, this is another horror comedy that I feel absolutely works on every level. The humor, the gore, the acting, everything about this film I love. I went into this thing completely blind, never watching a trailer, and got a lot of enjoyment out of it. The breakout to me, though, has to be Josh Gad. Everyone knew him as Olaf in Frozen, and this was something different that he could do to separate himself, playing a sleazy, slime ball, fake child entertainer who just brings all of the humor to this film. So please, check this one out. It is currently streaming exclusively on Hulu. I promise you will not regret it, and you will laugh more than you think.
Guys, there's one of them!
And coming in at number 7, Undead. Released in 2003, the film tells the story of an Australian fishing town that's plagued by meteorites, turning its residents into the undead. So this is one of those rare horror films that blends together two horror genres. The undead, and the other one I'm not going to spoil. But it works on every level for this film and the story it's trying to tell. This thing does have elements of Evil Dead 2 in the vein of that, from slapstick humor, over-the-top action, gore, but all those things are good elements. This film is an absolute blast. It's just one of those that you put on and have all the fun in the world with. Its action is superb, its gore is superb. This is just one of those that is highly creative and original, and I suggest everyone go check it out. It's currently streaming for free on Tubi. And coming in at number 6, The Sadness. Released in 2021, the film tells the story of a couple trying to reunite after an outbreak causes people to act on their worst instincts. So, this movie is hardcore. This movie is gory, painful, cringy, and good. There are scenes in this film that will stick with me for the rest of my life because I can't believe how far this film actually pushed it. This thing is exclusively on Shudder. I recommend that only the strong-willed, the strong stomach go into this. But if you're that type of person and you love gore as much as I do, you're going to have a blast with this film. I just don't know if it's for everybody. Because like I said, this one is very hardcore. Anyone I talk to about this film, they're immediately turned off by it from what I say, so keep that in mind. But if you like what I have on this list to begin with and the past list, then take my advice. Check this film. And coming in at number 5, The Crazies. Released in 2010, the film follows a small town as it deals with a toxic virus that's turning its residents into homicidal maniacs. So this is actually a remake of the '73 film by the same name, directed by George A. Romero. Now, why I love this film and why it's honestly one of my favorite remakes of all time is because all it does is amp up what we already know from the original. It gives you more tension, more suspense, a darker tone, a darker atmosphere, and honestly, who doesn't love Timothy Olyphant? I mean, everything this man touches is gold. Anything he does in horror is amazing. So please, go check this one out, and you will quickly discover why it's one of my favorite remakes of all time. It is currently streaming on Starz. And coming in at number 4, Mads. Released in 2024, the film follows 3 teenagers as they test a new street drug that's causing everyone to turn into ravenous zombies in the course of one night. Now, simple premise, but what I absolutely love about this film, and it sets it apart rest than the others and puts it so high on this list, this movie was filmed in one shot. One singular shot. No second takes, no third takes, no re-edits. One single shot. You get what you get. And everything about this film, its execution, is superb. There are tricks with gore in this in one single shot I still don't know how they pulled off. The acting in it is amazing. There are performances in this that utterly surprise me. This thing also has a great third act. It is streaming exclusively on Shudder, so do yourselves a favor.
Boys have actually created it. It's an army of pissed off, man-hating cannibals. Me and you, Dutch and Sunder. They both died.
And coming in at number 3, Doghouse. Released in 2009, the film follows a group of friends as they rally behind one of their own after a rough breakup to get away to a small town and disconnect. Little do they know that the entire town is inhabited by female-only zombies. So I love British humor, and this entire film falls in the vein of Shaun of the Dead. Its comedy works, it's very, very gory, it's slapstick funny, it's got great gags, and it's got a who's who cast of British actors who have gone on from this film to do phenomenal work elsewhere. But it all kind of started with this one for them. This is one that I don't hear anyone talk about, no one knows about. I feel like I'm an outsider when I even speak of it. So do yourselves a favor, please go check out Doghouse. Please give me somebody in this world that I can talk to about this film. It is amazing, I love it, and right now it is on AMC Plus, so please check it out.
like that.
And coming in at number 2, The Horde. Released in 2009, the film follows a group of cops as they try to take revenge on the gang members that took out one of their own. But as a zombie outbreak unfolds, they are forced to team with their enemies in order to survive. Now, this is another one of those films, just like Doghouse, that I hear no one talk about. It's like, again, I'm an outsider that knows about it and having to tell everyone else, like I'm doing now. This film works on every single level, to its claustrophobic atmosphere of being trapped in an apartment complex trying to get out, to the paranoia of who can you trust and who can you not trust. Do your enemies become your friends? Do your friends become your enemies? Everything about this film works on every single level, from its gore to the hordes of zombies that come at you all at once. There are aspects of this film that make it feel like it's The Raid meets a zombie outbreak. And if that doesn't get you interested in it, I don't know what will. So this thing is kind of hard to find. You can rent it on Amazon, YouTube, and Plex. So please, even if you have to pay a little money to check this one out, it's going to be worth your time. So please do.
We go to Ken Loney in the Sunshine Chopper. Ken, are you there, Ken?
This building has just exploded. Oh my God!
And coming in at number 1, Pontypool. Released in 2008, the film follows a washed-up radio host as he tries to interpret what could possibly be a zombie outbreak live on the air where he is stationed. So while this film does not rely on jump scares or gore, what this thing does in its execution is amazing. This entire film relies on the tension building. You, the audience, it plays off of your worst imagination from what you are hearing but not seeing. Everything about this film falls on the backs of its very short cast of performers, but every one of them shows up to play and give phenomenal performances to everything happening around them. It is what you are hearing and not seeing that makes this film terrifying. This is another one that not a lot of people talk about, that I hope word of mouth gets out there and people get to visit it. While it isn't streaming anywhere, you can rent it on Amazon. I hope everyone does. I hope everyone checks this out at least once to see how great this film is, because it's very rare you have a zombie film where you're not relying on the gore, you're not relying on jump scares, you are relying on you, the audience member, to be terrified from what you are hearing. So please check it out. Alright guys, there you have it. The top 10 underrated zombie films in my opinion. I hope each and every one of you get to check some of them out. Again, leave what you think in the comments. Let me know if I missed anything or if there's anything you want me to check out. And if you like this list, be sure to check out some of our other lists that we have on here. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.